Hey guys, Quinn and I are back today with the October Braid Box, and we're super excited for this box because this box is the 1-year anniversary of our Braid Box. So this is box number 13, which means it's super spooky. And we wanted to show you what you get inside the box. So the first thing that you're gonna get is a full bundle of Connect-A-Lawn hair, and this is glow-in-the-dark Connect-A-Lawn hair. It's super fun. The next thing you're gonna get to help put the Connect-A-Lawn hair into the hairstyle is a topsy-tail tool. And then you're gonna get 13 spooky spiders. And these spiders are actually a braid cuff with a little spider on top of them, so you can clamp them into the hair wherever you want to. They're real lightweight, they work really well. And then you get some of these short sectioning hair clips. And I love them because they're not super long, and you'll see how I use them in the video in a minute. And then you get a set of glow bows. Quinn's gonna, oh, perfect, Quinn. And these bows are really bright when the lights are out, and you're gonna be able to see your kid from like a mile away when they're trick-or-treating. We are so excited to show you the spiderweb style, so we're gonna get started.
With the hair parted on the side, part off a small triangle like shown and place in a ponytail. Next, part off a thin row of hair all the way to the middle back of the head. This section of hair will become one of 2 Dutch lace braids. After you have parted that section of hair, secure it out of the way with a clip. Next, part another thin row of hair along the hairline down to the ear. Take the remaining hair on the right and secure it into a ponytail. Then take the remaining hair on the left and put it into a ponytail. Next, return to the small ponytail on top and divide it into 2 equal sections. Take the right section, divide it into 3 small sections, and begin making a Dutch lace braid. To do this, only add new hair into the right side of the braid as you go along. Make sure to take small sections and to keep it tight and close to the head as you braid. Watch to see how I do this. When you are done adding in all the new hair, continue braiding it down several more inches and then secure it with an elastic. Next, make another Dutch lace braid with the other hair you sectioned off. This time, add the new hair into the left side of the braid. Again, continue it down several inches past the point where you stop adding new hair into the braid. Next, grab your bundle of glow-in-the-dark Connect-A-Lawn hair and remove the elastic at the top. Then section off 3 thin sections of hair like shown. Using the topsy-tail tool, you will thread these 3 sections of Connect-A-Lawn hair into the Dutch lace braids near their starting point. I insert one section very close to the elastic of the starter ponytail and then another section close to it on the left and the other on the right. After pulling each section through, I secure them temporarily with a clip. Next, starting on one side, I take the most outside section of Connect-A-Lawn hair, count 3 or 4 stitches or rows down the braid, and thread it through with the topsy-tail tool. Repeat this on the other side with the other outside section of Kanekalon hair. Use the clips as you go along to hold any sections of hair you're not working with to prevent them from getting pulled out of place. Now you will begin to build your spiderweb. Starting on one side, take the most outside section, I'll call this the first section, and twist it with the section next to it, I'll call that the second section. Repeat with the second and third sections, and then the third and fourth sections, and so on until you've made it across to the other side. Each time you twist two sections together, the first section should be placed lying straight down, and the second section should be brought over to the side to intersect with the next one. So for example, when you twist sections 1 and 2, 1 is positioned straight down and 2 moves over to twist with 3. Twist these two together, and then 2 is laid straight down and 3 moves over to twist with 4, and so on. When you reach the other side, take the section that is positioned straight down and insert it through the braid. Then insert your topsy tail tool 3 or 4 rows further down the braid and pull that same section of Kanekalon hair through it. And then work your way back to create another level of the spiderweb. Continue to use your clips as you go along to hold the sections you're not working with. This part of the style can be a little more freeform, so don't overthink it too much. Deciding which sections of Kanekalon hair to thread through the braid can be a little confusing. My biggest tip is to use the same section. What I mean by that is when you reach the braid on one side, pull a section of Kanekalon hair through, then insert your topsy tail lower in the braid and pull that same section through. And then work your way across to the other side again. When I was done making the spiderweb, I tucked each section of Kanekalon hair into the hair above the ponytail and then out from beneath the ponytail like shown. Then I combined the Kanekalon hair to the ponytail with a thin elastic. Next, I added the braids to the ponytail with another elastic. I made sure to remove the elastics on the braids with a seam ripper at this point. And then I finished off the style by adding the remaining Kanekalon hair into the two ponytails and braiding them down. Watch to see how I add the Kanekalon hair using the topsy tail tool. I actually insert the topsy tail right below the elastic so I don't have to pass the Kanekalon hair through the elastic because that can be tricky. One thing I wanted to note is I added more Kanekalon hair to the thinner ponytail to make the overall thickness of both braids more similar. You can also see I wrapped my elastics with a small section of Kanekalon hair to be fancy, but you don't have to do this. When you're done, secure each braid with an elastic and then insert your glow bows. Finally, finish off this Halloween hairstyle with the spider braid cuffs, and that's it, you're all done. We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give us a thumbs up below. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on what we're doing next. Thanks so much!